First word I want you to write down is the word gauge. It might be on the screen after a while. I don't know. I'm going to put that on there. When you want to know the difference between a good mother and a bad mother, you need something to measure that by. And the gauge for what's good and bad is always God's perfect, reliable source. God's word is what proves that all mothers are loved, but all mothers are not what? Does it say the same? Yes, there are some mothers that are excellent, and then there are some pitiful mothers. How many of y'all had a pitiful mother? Your mother was just a knucklehead. Can I tell you something? In this day, there are more of them than the ones that are excellent. How many of y'all believe you have or had an excellent mother? Maybe any of you think you haven't had one. Do you know that while your hand is raised, you ought to say, thank God? Thank God. Because most mothers today are not in that class. But the measure of what is good or bad is always not your feeling, not your opinion, and for you kiddos, not whether they are correcting you or not. The gauge is God's word. The next thing I want you to write down is the letter R for responsibility. Good mothers may or may not have expected to be a mother. Most mothers did not plan the child that they birthed. But they still have to decide either to accept or flee their responsibility. We're going to do some measuring today. How many of y'all believe your mother accepted her responsibility? And while your hand is up, you ought to say, praise God. Praise God. You know why? It wasn't easy. Because most mothers do not embrace their responsibility. Yours did. 3, the letter I want you to write down is the word that wraps up a good mother who appreciates the God-given gift of what? Of parenting that child of God. That's the word gift. Just like the child is a gift, the mother is a gift. One of the greatest griefs is when a child loses their mother when they are very young. Even that is a grace, but your greater gift is if you've been blessed to have your mother beyond birth. Never consider that luck. It's a God-given gift. In fact, nobody, I mean nobody except Eve and Adam would have ever existed without the gift of mother. And a good mother sees her child as a gift. Somebody say a gift. Number 4 is the O letter. And it ties with the other one. And this is a tough one. Ownership. Say that tough word, ownership. In this tribute, remember that a pitiful mother attempts to ignore the Creator's ownership of that child and forgets that in caring for the child, you got to learn that you have limited responsibility. And it's easy to say, that's my good little boy, or that's my good big girl, or my bad little boy, or that's mama's bad little girl. Which did your mother say about you? Well, that's too personal right now. I don't want y'all to get emotional. But ultimately, it's not that mother's child. The child belongs to the maker. And that's tough for a lot of mothers to understand, but the good mothers understand that they have become the steward of that child. They have been given the duty of parenting the child, but it really doesn't belong to you. Doesn't belong to the government, doesn't belong to the state, doesn't belong to the village, doesn't belong to the child, it doesn't belong to the nation. They have a relationship with all, but all souls are mine. And it will help every mother to understand I've got a limitation to what I can do or not do, because there is an owner of this life, and the owner is the Lord. Number 5, put down the U for uniqueness. That's a pretty pitiful mother that has a habit of always comparing herself to some other mother. You'll never be a great mother that you could be if you're always competing with some other mother or jealous of some other mother's children. No use of trying to devalue the uniqueness of every child, even if there's more than one. I don't know how my mother pulled it off. I had a good mother. She was a much better mother than her son was. Her son should have been better, but don't hold that against the family. Don't hold that against her. She was a great mother, but somehow she had an awareness that all 10, she had 5 sons, 5 daughters, 4 both remain, 2 are gone, but somehow she recognized that all 10 of them were different. And guess which one was the most different? Every child is different, and every mother is unique. And so every good mother finds her own identity as unique even from her own mother or her own grandmother. You got to recognize when God made you, he made you special. And every child God gave you, he made them special, and you should honor him for the uniqueness of his gift. What number are you on now? You're almost there. That's the N word. That's the N word. And it doesn't end with an A or an R. Well, it does end with an R. Nurturer. That's what a mother is. Please don't let your mind slip into the gutter of ethnic slurs. A nurturing mother is an excellent mother who nourishes her offspring in so many different ways, but she knows how to nourish them according to their unique personality and the stage of their development. It's one thing to nurture an infant. It's another thing to nurture a teenager. That's when insanity steps in. A mother has to nurture an adult. Sometimes a mother has to nurture an adult who has a child who is an adult. So don't think that a good mother's nurturing begins when they get off the bottle and the breast and the diapers. But to pay attention to the development of that life is a lifelong function of a good mother. Number 7. Now we go to the S word. Write that down. Sensitive. I'm talking about the difference between a good mother and a bad mother. A good one is a disciplinarian. A real good mother knows the difference, though, between discipline and abuse. That's a bad mother who's abusive. Maybe a worse one who's negligent. Puts the duct tape on the child's mouth, locks him up in the basement, turns up the TV, and then goes out and parties all night long. It's not a good mother who is an over-spoiler. I'm about to think that you've got to spoil the kiddo somehow. But when they get everything they want and can do whatever they feel, and say whatever they think, that's a child who has missed the presence of a disciplinarian. Mother has to know when to loosen the reins, when to pull the reins. Mother has a sensitivity that even a father does not have. Can y'all hear me? God arranged the mother to be the one that helps the child learn the tempo of life. Whether a son or a daughter, every child needs discipline. But every child needs discipline in a unique way. Number 8, you'll like this one. That's the T word. The mother, if she's going to earn her keep, is a teacher. She may not have a PhD in education. She may not even be a high school graduate. Or she could have multiple professions. But either way, the clarity of what that child is, their self-image. Can y'all hear me? If you got one that's good, she's helped you to feel clear on what you are. And that self-image is one that has been made in the image of God. And for a child to grow up and understand, good, bad, or ugly, I'm a child of God. Say yes. That constant reminder is what the child needs, that you're not necessarily a demon. You're not an angel, but you're made in the image of God. You're not a God and you're not a machine, but you are a work in progress, and you have godly features that define who you are. A child won't get that from television. Child will not get that from the classroom. Child will not get that from the coach. Can y'all hear me? The child will not get that from the streets. A child will not get that from the job. But the mother teaches. And the best teaching is not what you say. But the best teaching is the life that you live. The best lessons are caught and not taught. And if you did not have a mother who taught you, you got some catching up to do. Because no one can teach their child like the mother. Number 9 is another T word, T2, tough. Tough. Weak mothers do not make strong children. Mothers have to be tough. Are you tough enough to say tough? Got to make difficult decisions. And I want to commend you mothers that have to decide about discipline. That's a tough call to make. Education. What school they're going to. What their grades are going to be like. Who will be their relationships? When will they get immunizations? Or will they catch the measles? When do they go to the doctor? When do they get home remedies? She's got to make tough decisions about the house rules. When the lights are on, when the lights are off. When you flush the toilet. When you hang up your clothes. When you can have a day off. What about putting the child in daycare? Or whether she gets an extra job and tries to give them home care. What job the child can have. I'm talking about as a child. What about their extracurricular activity? The mother's got to make some tough decisions. Did you know that? They can't always get what they want to eat, but you want them to have a nutritious diet. So they got to make tough decisions about food. And one of the toughest one is the chores. The chores. Because usually that child does not sign up for any chores. And she's got to decide when they have done a sloppy job and when they're just doing the best that they can. Mother has to be tough about their liberties because they change from stage to stage. The mother has to be tough about how much time is spent with the in-laws and grandparents, because there is a difference in the role of the mother and the grandmother, and the grandmother you like better and the grandfather you like worse. Gotta be tough about the craziness, because you can't be a mother. I'm about to leave y'all now. I just want to pay this tribute because every mother has to manage craziness, because every child, whether they're 2 months or 92, they have some craziness in them. You know how they got crazy? It's hereditary. So that's why you're going to see in your son or your daughter a reflection of what you used to be. But you got to decide, how do you manage that craziness? Because craziness at 14 is different than craziness at 6. And craziness at 34 is different than craziness at 24. Tough mothers have to be craziness inspectors. But one thing about a tough mother, she will never give up. Whether the child is right, whether they're wrong, whether they embarrass you or whether they encourage you, whether they get it, whether they don't get it, whether they are a celebrity or whether they are a monstrosity, a tough mother will never, never give up on their child. And that's the next one, number 10, loyal. A good mother is loyal. That may be a sweet word, but say it anyway, loyal. Not unclear on the good or the bad character. She's not unclear on the good or bad behavior, but unconditionally supports, is sensitive, is loving, and intercedes. She never stops being loyal. It doesn't mean she always agrees. It doesn't mean she, can y'all hear me? It doesn't mean she always condones. But it does mean she is always supporting them when they're wrong to help them get right. And when they're right, for them to stay right, and intercedes more than anybody else's prayers except possibly the pastor. No prayers can go as far as a mother's prayer. 11. She's got to go back and forth between being stressed or relaxed. Flawed mothers lose their joy. Flawed mothers get filled with the sacrifices. Flawed mothers become overwhelmed what is often a thankless assignment. Seems like they don't get the honor that they do. But she, if she's a quality mother, will never forget, take it easy. Learn to breathe. Relax. Find a way to have some fun in a tough job. Can y'all hear me? If she can remember to relax with her imperfect offspring, she's going to be a better mother than she even realizes. Often mothers, they got so much on, there's so much craziness, so much intensity, so much pain, but they still have to remember the joy of the Lord. I don't know if this is helping anybody. Is there strength? Got to relax with the children. You can't correct them all the time. You can't turn them into tin soldiers, but you got to learn to rejoice in times of rejoicing. And then tell the person near you, don't be too hard on yourself. No mother gets it right all the time. No mother has all 10s every day. But don't write yourself off as a bad mother because everything has not been perfect. And number 12, and that will end this little tribute. Whether she's a wife or whether she's not a wife. Some mothers are, some are not. The good mother is serious about modeling the life for a soul prepared for eternity. And the word for that is the word sanctified. That's a good mother, a godly mother, a sanctified mother who knows I'm going to be the picture they see of a spiritually healthy life. That one day this life will be over. And the life that counts the most is life for eternity. So you can build a cathedral, large or small. You can build a skyscraper, grand and tall. You can conquer all the failures of your past, but only what you do. Only what you do for Christ will last. Only what you do, y'all don't want to help me. All that materialism, all of that money, all of those parties, all of those clothes, all of those vacations, all of that care, all of that house, all of that affection, but what really counts the most is what you do for Him. Will be counted in the end. Remember, only what you do for Christ will last. Everybody start, mother, get on your feet and let's just praise God for every mother in this house today. Let's clap your hands for all of these mothers